Welcome to Let's Fuck Up Our Hair Quarantine Edition. If you're here from my main channel, hi, how you doing? If you are not here from my main channel, I'm probably just a random person on the internet kind of fucking up her hair. So hi, how you doing? My name is Kaylee Ellen. I'm talking kind of not very loud because honestly it's very echoey in here. Normally I wear lav mics and things like that throughout my videos, but I really can't do that with the nature of what I'm doing today. So I'm really sorry if the audio in here is just kind of shit. We're just gonna have to do our best. So if you couldn't already see by the state of me, today is the day that I want to do my hair. My hair is obviously a little bit dirty at the minute and we've got some pretty good roots. Look at that. It looks worse at the minute because my hair is dirty, and I think that's probably the case with anybody. If your hair's dirty, it always looks 10 times worse. So today I'm going to attempt to highlight my hair the best I can. I can't do my entire head, and I will explain why in a little bit when I show you how I do it. And I'm actually going to tone my hair afterwards. I'm not using a cap, I'm actually using foils. I'm going to weave it. Now, I have done this before, okay, I have. Sometimes I do it really well and I kind of nail it, sometimes I kind of fuck it up. So hopefully today is a time that I don't fuck it up and we don't basically end up on Brad Mondo or something like that, because that's just really not what I'm trying to achieve today. I really want my hair done. So I'll take you through what I've got. This is probably going to be a very chatty video, by the way. If you want a tutorial on this, if you watch this and you decide, hey, she didn't do that badly here, I'll totally give you a tutorial. Just today isn't really going to be that day. I just kind of want to film this as I'm doing it, just for, I don't even know why I'm filming this, but I'm filming it. Why not? Okay, so quick backstory. I have had my hair professionally done now for, at least 8 years, we'll say. So before I went blonde, I was brunette, then I was redhead, then I was kind of flitting back and forth in between the two. And when you go blonde and you've never been blonde before, you have to get used to your roots growing in, because that's just the life, right? That's the life you've got to deal with if you're getting your hair done in a salon. So I never used to be able to wait for it to be done. So I started doing this in between. So what I'm essentially going to show you today is what I do in between my colours, or I used to. I think I've only done it once or twice in the last 3 years. I haven't really had to do it. So this might seem like I have way too much stuff and it's complete and utter overkill, but honestly, I use this stuff. So it's gonna seem a bit ridiculous, but I'll show you what I've got. So the first thing I've got, and this is brand new, I normally just buy sachets of these, but this is Wella bleach powder. I don't know if I can tell you any more than that, other than it's bleach powder. So I have a nice big tub of that to go through. I have a selection of developers. Okay, bear with me. So I think 2 of these are the same. These are both Wella 6%, that is 20 volume developer. I shouldn't have anything higher than a 20 volume developer on my hair, so that's what I've got. I also have a 10 volume developer that I use for toners. And on top of that, I wish I'd known I was running out of this because I may just use it today. I actually have a 1.9% developer. I use this for toners. Now, a lot of salons will use 10 volume developer for your toner, but if you really just want color deposit and nothing else, use something like this. So that's probably what I'm going to be using. I don't have a ton left. I also have, well, let me tell you about the toner. This is 2 of the same box. One is brand new, one I've already been kind of using. This is actually the toner that my hairdresser tends to put on my hair. I'll show you this one up close because it's probably worth it. So that is the toner. It is Wella Color Touch Rich Naturals in the shade, I think it's 916. There you go. You can see that there, 916. So that is the color. Most of the time, that's the toner that I end up with on my hair. I don't tone my hair very much because my hair is actually, there's not a lot of brassy tones in it. My hair naturally is very, very ashy, so I don't really need toner. But today, since I'm kind of doing the works, I'm feeling a little bit grim, I'm probably going to do a toner afterwards. So, in addition to that, I have my gloves. If you watch my main channel, my houseplant channel, you'll have seen these all the time. I just use them for everything. Now, you know why I actually have the gloves, and it's actually for my hair. I kind of use them for potting up plants and doing hair with. I also, I don't have tin foil, I actually have hairdressing foils right here. I got these from Amazon. I got a lot of these products from Amazon, by the way. I will link them below. So if you're searching for anything I've mentioned, just check down below. I will do my best to find them and link them to you. So I have a little roll of, I think it's hairdressing foil. Comes in a little roll like this. Not much different to tinfoil. You can totally use tinfoil, but I got sick of using tinfoil. So I use that. I have actually pre-cut some strips already for my hair. What else have I got? I have a mixing bowl, standard mixing bowl, a couple of clips. I have some scissors in case I need to cut more foils, and I have dye brush, and I have a tail comb, and this is like the number one thing I'm probably going to be using. And I think that is it. So since I'm going to speed up the majority of the process of what I'm doing, because frankly nobody cares, I'm just going to kind of tell you what I'm going to do before I'm going to do it. So my plan is as follows. I'm going to do my best to weave out highlights in my hair, kind of following with the original highlights. So this is not going to be the easiest thing to explain. For example, if I'm going to go over this area here, where this dark bit is, I'm going to avoid that. I'm not going to colour it. I'm not trying to make my hair look like it's been done in a salon. I'm more looking to blend the root away. So the highlights I pick out are actually going to be pretty thin. So I'm going to do as much of that as I can. Probably, I can usually get to about here on the sides, and then when I get to the back, I can only really put a couple of foils in. It's like super hard to do by yourself if you've never tried to do before. So I'm going to do that. I tend to pick out a little bit around the front of my hair, and I never know whether to do it before or after I put the rest of the foils in. And I'll be honest, I still don't know. So I'm not going to know until I try and, carry on with this. But I tend to pick out a little bit on my hairline for when I've tied my hair back, and I just kind of pick around here. Like I have a little vampire peak, which I cannot stand. I always try and turn this bit blonde no matter what. So I'll be doing that as well. My hair feels like shit. It's got too much product in it. Not to mention it's greasy, so I'm going to give it a quick brush, and then I think we're just going to give it a go. I'm going to mix this up before we begin. Let's get my gloves on. I know you can't see any of this, but honestly, you don't need to. You really don't. Oh my god, none of it's in English? Really? Shit, okay. Not helpful. Oh, I should probably mention as well, I'm not going over the existing blonde. So when I colour this, we're literally talking about doing this one chunk here. There'll be a slight overlap where I'm going to flick the bleach, but generally speaking, I'm not touching this. This is blonde enough. This needs a little bit toned in its life, in its miserable little life. Right, so 6% developer, like so, and then I'm going to mix it with my little brush. I think that's good. So I've got it kind of like a melted ice cream consistency, I would say. I don't know. Now I like to take my parting kind of into account, but it's not always very easy because my hair doesn't actually train into a parting, and it's very frustrating. I like to do it near the parting, but not exactly the parting. And that is because, for some reason, whenever I start colouring my hair, whenever I start doing this, I always get a little bit like bleach happy. And I end up putting too much on, and I end up, the bleach ends up bleeding out of the foil and making a mess. So if I do that too close to my, parting, it's going to fuck up my hair. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to account for that. Oh my god, my hair is so dirty. Remember, I can't see the back of my head, and I don't have anyone that can help me do this. So I'm just kind of going to do the best I can. So that's one side that we're going to colour. Something like, actually, I'll take a little bit more. No, I'm not going to be touching this at all, so I'm going to push it back so I don't have to interfere with it and it doesn't get in my way. Oh my god, look at those roots. Oh my god, I need a priest. Okay. One more thing before I start. You might see me put these foils in my hair and you might be thinking, well, you could push that way closer to your scalp. Now, I have done this before. And if you put too much bleach in your foil or you try and get it too close to your scalp, if you don't know what you're doing, the bleach can bleed out of it. Not only that, but as the bleach develops, the bleach actually expands. And I know nobody talks about this on YouTube when they do like DIY hair videos, but the bleach in the foil actually expands as it works. So you need to kind of account for that and just leave a little bit extra. Otherwise, it splooges out the foils. You get horrible bands, whatever else. So if you're wondering how you end up getting those bands, when you didn't, you were careful when you put your foils in, that is why. So I've decided I'm going to do the foils, on my head first, and I'm going to leave the front to last. So I'll probably leave a little bit like this out the front and then colour that separately with new foils. So I haven't missed a bit, I'm leaving it deliberately. Right, that is the main part done at the front. Yes, it takes a long time. There are parts I've left out where it is quite dark. I've kind of left that. I probably could have put another one in there, but it should be fine. My parting's usually on this side. Yes, I know I look like an absolute alien. Now, a lot of people will probably tell me in the comments, why didn't you just use a cap? So the reason for that is, oh my god, I look so crazy right now. So the reason for that is my hairdresser does my hair differently every single time she does it. And we don't weave through soft highlights. We normally actually do them quite chunky just because of the way my hair falls. If you do thin highlights and lowlights, you tend to not really see the difference between the two. So we do it quite chunky, and there's certain parts near the front where I prefer darker sections. So it's very asymmetrical, I guess is what I'm getting at. So I can't really use a cap. It needs to be done by hand. Plus, I don't want to fuck up my hairdresser's work, because when all this is over, I have to go back to the hairdressers and obviously have it done properly. So there is that. The problem we've got here is the back part, because it is so hard to do. Honestly, it is not easy at all. It's one of the hardest things. There's not a lot I can do other than just eyeball a couple of pieces in the back because I can't get any further. Remember, this isn't me doing my hair like properly all over, oh my god, done. It's more just tying me over until I can get to a hairdresser, because I can't possibly get what's in the back. All of this dark at the back, there's no way that I can get that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to do my best to foil out some of the back, and then I'm going to go in on some of the front and pick some of the front out. probably missed like a few bits here. I've missed like a chunk. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to finish up the rest of the highlights today. And then in like a few days, if I feel like I need a couple of packets in there, I'll just do those separately at a separate time. I think when you do this, it's important not to try and get everything the first time. Like if you miss a couple of bits of hair, then it's fine. Do you know what I mean? Just go back again another day, you know, before you're going to wash your hair. So I'm now going to try and do the front. So for the most part, my highlights are actually done. I know I look absolutely just ridiculous. So what I usually do is, this is not really going to over-process, it's only going to lift so much, and it's actually going to lift to the amount that I know I need. So normally while I'm doing it, I will just pick out what you saw there, like a few bits at the front, just to give me that natural highlight. I do a little bit with a brush, but I also love doing little extra bits with the tail comb and just flicking it. I find that it gives a really, really nice result. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash these front bits. And once these front bits are processed, I'm going to wash it off, and then I'm going to come back with kind of wet hair. So that's going to look fun. So I'll see you then. Okay, so I have showered off very quickly. I shampooed my hair. I put a little bit of conditioner in mine just so I could brush it through, because it's actually a nightmare if I don't, just with being blonde. But for this next step, I shouldn't really be putting conditioner on because we're now going to tone. But I haven't actually seen my hair yet, so I thought we could both check it out together and see if it's kind of a pass or a fail, because I don't know. So let's just see what it looks like. Oh, that's okay. You know what? I think there's a little spot here where I've missed, let's see if I can show you. There's a little spot there where I've missed a little bit of bleach, but seriously, that's really not that bad, is it? Let's brush it through because it's literally a nightmare. Ooh, done. Now I'm not going to dry it because we need it wet for the next thing that we're going to do, which is the toner. Although, honestly, my hair, I don't know if you can tell on camera, it might not be coming off warm. I don't actually know. But my hair doesn't actually need toner. There's something about the natural colour of my hair. It is so ashy naturally. It doesn't lift really warm. It actually lifts really like a cool blonde, like the blonde that you see before you. So I don't need a toner, but I'm feeling like I want to treat myself, so I'm going to do a toner. I can't decide what developer I want to do, so I think I'm going to use, where did it go? The 1.9%, and I know if my hairdresser was here, she'd tell me to use that, so that is what I'm going to use. Yes, I have the world's thinnest hair, by the way. Welcome to my shame. There it is. There's the little bit where I've missed. It's just a tiny little bit on the front. Oh, that's irritating. It is a tiny little bit, but otherwise, I just loosen it up. Otherwise, it's not so bad. There's a big chunk there, but I'm pretty sure it's blonde anyway. You know what? It's come out okay. Right. Oh, yes, boy. Yes, boy. Look at that. Same thing on the other side. Doesn't need to be perfect. Oh my god, that is awesome. That is so awesome. So I do have, like I mentioned before I washed it off, I do have dark spots here but I can always get them another day, and just, now that I could see, I could actually put more foils in back here and start lifting a bit of this out. But for now, this is fine. I literally just wanted to have the appearance of my hair being coloured, if that makes any sense. But honestly, that looks alright. I don't know if you could tell if that even looks good on camera. I'll try and go up a little bit closer. That seriously looks okay. It really does. So that's my hair. Right, I'm going to do this as quickly as possible because my hair is literally going to dry on me. So, I have here my toner. This is the Wella Colour Touch 916. And I'm going to go in with the Colour Touch 1.9% developer. So this is literally used in conjunction with this colour here to basically stain my hair. I'm not dyeing it, I'm just staining it. And I think a lot of blondes tend to really overdo it on the toner, and I don't really like that look, because I think if you overdo toner, it kind of does this thing where it goes all grey and dark and dull, and I don't want any of that. I just kind of want to cast over it. Again, I'm aware I don't need toner, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I've used about maybe just under half of this. I'm probably going to use maybe up to about there. I could use half of it, but it's going to be too much. As I say, I'm not colouring it. I just need a little bit of, a little bit of tone. So I'm going to squeeze some out. It's going to come out like a violet-y colour when this develops. You might be able to tell, and I know this looks alarming, but it kind of goes like a violet-y colour inside. It won't go that colour on my hair, don't worry. Now we've got that, I should probably start putting my gloves on, because my method of applying toner past the main part of my hair where my parting is, it's a little bit unorthodox. I.e., I get it in my hands and I just throw it on my hair, because I found that is the fastest way to get the toner on. And with toner, if anybody doesn't know, you don't leave on your toner for very long. You only leave it on for maybe 5 minutes. Some people, don't get me wrong, some people leave it on a lot longer, but that's not my vibe. I like my hair to look as natural as I can. Right, I think toner is going to be a 1-to-1 ratio of developer to the colour. So, oh yeah, boy. So get some more of that in. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to paint it on the front where I can kind of see, and then after that I'm just going to kind of chuck it on, because I just find toner really difficult to apply, and with toner I personally have to work fast with it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to apply this, and once it's applied, my way of like being able to tell if it's done is I basically just watch it. And I think honestly that is the key to using toner. You watch it and you watch it develop. You need to work as quickly as possible. You'll notice that there is a slight yellowy tinge, if it's even coming off on camera, and that's what we're aiming to remove. Because toners work on yellow and up, they will not work on orange, but that is okay because my hair is not orange, thankfully. Now comes the unorthodox bit, where I get it in my hands and I start putting it all over my hair. I have mainly dark underneath my hair at the back anyway, so I'm not worried about catching it. The toner will not work on dark anyway. It's only going to work on the blonde. So this is like the fastest way for me, usually. I can actually see the toner turning the hair at the very front as we go. Don't know if you can tell on camera, but that is turning already. It's going a different colour. So I need to work really quickly so that we can have a nice even colour. Oh, that's a good amount of toner for my head. That worked well. Much better than it did with the bleach anyway. Obviously, needless to say, I look sexy as hell right now. Obviously. I don't know if you can see already there, the blonde has already turned a different colour, and I'm thinking now is actually the time, because I'm looking and it's quite ashy, so I'm going to go and wash this off and I will come back when my hair is dried. I'm not really going to style it, I'm just going to dry it, so see you in 5. Ta-da! Now, I don't know if you can tell, but this is a different colour from before, because I don't know what the lights are doing in here, but I'm going to come right up to the camera and show you how it kind of looks, because this is the finished result. I haven't styled my hair or anything like that, I've just kind of left it. My hair dries very thin naturally because it is very fine, and it dries very straight, so I haven't straightened it, I haven't even, you know, done it properly with a blow dryer. This is just blasting it with a blow dryer. So this is what it looks like on the top of my head. Again, I don't know if you can tell that it's a different colour. If I'm a bit flushed, it's because I've just come out of the shower and I've just put some skincare on, so I'm a little bit greasy, admittedly. So if I pull that back, you can see when I tie it up, I've got my roots kind of done. And because I wear my hair up most of the time when I'm not filming, that's kind of how I like it. Again, I could have probably done a little bit more up there, but if I touch it up again within the next couple of weeks, I can go over that bit. But generally, this is the colour of it. You'll notice here at the top, if I just brush it kind of together, you'll notice here I have a dark patch on my hair. That's where the hairdresser put it in, so that's the kind of thing I meant before when I said I couldn't use a cap, because I'm trying to preserve things like that are hand placed, so a cap could theoretically ruin that. So I've kept that nice little bit at the front. I don't know why, I just like a darker bit in the front before I light a bit. I don't know. I love the front two pieces being generally a bit lighter, so that could be a little bit more there, but generally it's good. My roots are looking pretty good as well, but generally speaking, when I pick it up, there's no real, like, obvious place where, you know, where one starts and one begins. It's all pretty seamless. If I just pick this up as well, like so, you can see where my colour is there as well. And again, there, again, it's not, you know, the most perfect colour on planet Earth, but it certainly does the job in between me basically visiting the hairdresser. I might actually send this to my hairdresser just to see if she thinks that I've done a good job or not, because I really want to know. So I might send it to her. But that is basically how I do my hair at home. Again, I don't always do this. I only do this when I'm put in a dire situation and I can't get to the hairdresser. Normally I go once every 8 weeks. So the last time I went was before my Thailand trip, and it kind of needed done when I, you know, came back. But obviously, present situation, you know, I can't get it done at the hairdresser, so that's what brings me to this point today. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It wasn't really a tutorial, it's just today I did my hair. If you do want a tutorial, if this just didn't cover it enough, which I feel like for some people it did, for some people it probably won't have, and you're actually interested in how to do this at home, please let me know in the comments below and I'll probably try and do a proper tutorial. But that's not going to be till the next time I do my hair, so that could be, you know, another month or something like that. Well, thank you for watching. Hopefully I've done a good job and the internet isn't laughing at me right now in the comments. My eyebrows look super dark. Thank you very much for sitting down with me today and watching me colour my hair whilst in quarantine. I'm going to go back to what I regularly do now, which is houseplants. So if you follow me from my houseplant channel, Kaylee Allen, I will see you there. Otherwise, if you'd like to subscribe to this channel, which is basically me just doing a bunch of random shit, because I haven't really decided what this channel is yet. It's just a place for randomness such as this. So if you'd like to hit that subscribe button, then feel free. I'm going to go on my balcony now and cool down because I am sweating like no tomorrow. See you soon. Bye.